All right.
Joe, can you just give me 2 seconds for the recording to kick in?
Sure.
Okay, all set.
Okay, we will call the meeting of the Beach Commission to order.
Joe, you gotta, when you talk, will you pull your mask down so it can be clear?
We will call the meeting to order at 7:06 p.m. Present are Donnie Medeiros, Mike Focarelli, Joe Mayato. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes? I just see a typo on the second line of old business that said Vici. And I had mentioned earlier, but Cindy's going to amend the official record to include the caption at the top, Beach Commission minutes, and the date. Make a motion.
Don Medeiros, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
Michael Fogarelli, I second that.
So we have a motion made and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor?
I, Don Medeiros.
I'm Michael Fogarelli.
Aye, Joe Mayato. Motion passes unanimously to accept the minutes. With a copy of electronic mail from Sheila McIntosh to the Town Council expressing concerns over the sanitary conditions surrounding Sonic Harbor Beach. Referred to the commission by the town clerk.
So Don Medeiros, I had a conversation with DEM today, and they put me in touch with the actual DEM person who we should be bringing this to their attention to. I sent, her name is Christine Dudley. I sent her an email this afternoon, basically forwarding the pictures and Sheila McIntosh's comments. But in the conversation of finding out who the right person was to reach out to, I spoke with Phil Edwards at DEM. And basically what he said is, due to the COVID this year, DEM did not set out any porta-johns at any of the normal places. The boat ramps, the trout ponds for opening day. It was just something with the COVID, they decided that, I think they were trying to like limit crowds or something, so they decided not to. So I did, late in the day, I sent an email to Christine Dudley at DEM, just asking her to let us know, if they have any kind of a time frame or goal or what they're thinking.
Will they be responding to that individual?
No, they'll be responding to us. I said it as a beach commission, but I forwarded pictures in the comments. However, I did not copy that person on the correspondence to DEM, so the reply should be the beach commission that we can disseminate it.
So in the meantime, should we have Cindy send a message back to Sheila so that she at least knows we're not ignoring it, that we're following up on it?
So what I did is after I sent the email to DEM, I copied what I said and put it in the reply to Sheila and all the beach commission members, town council, and the town administrator. So Carol, so everybody should be aware of the present.
Suggestion there, do you think we should include the Harbor Commission on that?
I think we probably will want to once we hear back from DEM just to see what they're thinking. Because, I mean, to me, we can't have no sanitary facilities down there. Even though DEM, has done it in the past because it's associated with the boat ramp, the state boat ramp, and the state parking for the ramp. I think we need to find out what they're going to do and when, because we may need to take an extra measure to avoid the present situation, which we have a situation where the general public's used to knowing there's a facility there, one porta potty in parking lots to, so it hasn't been out all season, so I wasn't even aware of that. You know, until this came to our attention, we just assumed it was business as usual with the porta potty.
On the other hand, if we put one down there, you know, after, you know what I mean, and then we'll have that cost.
So I think what we should do tonight is carry this forward to the next meeting. Hopefully we'll have heard a reply from DEM so we know what they're thinking, and what they're going to do, and then we can talk about what, you know, if anything needs to be done, maybe it'll be all set.
All right,
We should carry it on.
can you put that on the agenda for the next meeting, then that will follow up on that? We can take any vote on that. Bills have been taken care of.
Everybody got their copy of the bills? Any questions on?
No questions. The bills that were paid were in the amount of $1,774.70, so that'll be in the minutes. Detail. Nothing unusual, these are all routine expenses. All right. Next, we have further discussions on the correspondence from ERMC regarding the gating permit.
So we still haven't heard any reply. We responded to CRMC back on their initial query for information. We sent it and we still haven't heard it back.
Okay, so we'll carry that forward to the next meeting as well. Update the commission on town council related matters.
None that I'm aware of.
Are you the
I am the liaison for the committee that was set up,
which hasn't
I haven't
been notified?
been notified.
Carry that one forward. Review correspondence from the Nature Conservancy regarding the Nature Conservancy breach permit.
So there's no written correspondence, but at the last meeting, the commission asked me, appointed myself and Billy to work with the Nature Conservancy. I did reach out to John Berg, and he said he's flat out at the moment, so he would like to, sometime in August, sounds like September, when his time crunch is over, he'd like to get this going. I did offer to meet down at the beach, Billy, myself, and him. He thought because of Nature Conservancy, he has concerns and protocols with COVID in terms of meetings. So we said he thinks it'd be better to be a Zoom meeting, and he'll have one other Nature Conservancy person present with him. And so and that all sounds good. What I was wondering is if we should also include at some point beach manager in the discussion, because more in terms of the day-to-day things, so it would make it a lot more effective. We also include Jimmy, because the beach manager is not a member of the commission. I think we're still fine.
Yep.
To do that.
I think that they had originally wanted to meet in the fall anyway, and we're trying to push it correct to get things rolling, but I guess that can carry next agenda, the agenda for the next meeting. Discuss.
So
Yes.
there seems to be a little interference, so if you can be more intentional on pointing your voice towards the laptop.
Okay, I heard most of it. I just said that based on Donnie's discussion with John Berg of the Nature Conservancy, he wasn't yet prepared to have that meeting, so we'll carry this forward to the agenda of the next meeting.
Thank you.
Discuss the objectives and information of subcommittee to assess the town beaches resident parking at the beach.
Let's see, I'm not sure. I think we might want to carry that forward. I don't have anything new to add at this time.
You and I were to go at the
Mike Pocarelli, Don Maderas were signed by the commission to look into that.
So you haven't had a chance.
We
to
haven't
do
had a
that
chance to
yet?
get together, so I think we should carry that forward. to the next
Yeah,
meeting.
in carrying that forward, can you just clarify that, Cindy, so that it reads to the other beaches,
Other than.
parking areas other than South Shore?
Oh, all right.
Dog policy, where did we leave that last?
So, I was a little confused. I thought that we had made a motion and passed a motion that we were gonna have a leash law at the beach, but maybe I misremembered that.
I think the way that it's written right now is it says that the dog must be in control,
In control.
right, Jim?
Yep. Now, I know the last meeting we did, that you did vote to do a leash law down there. It's gonna be tough to enforce because most of the people that walk the dog is there before we're there. And I think most of the people we got that are complaining about the dogs down there are dealing with the prior to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right. So just to remind everybody, I'll read from the minutes from the last meeting. It says, there are signs stating that dogs are not allowed on the beach between the hours of 9 to 5. It is in our best interest to have these dogs controlled by owners due to the piping plover nesting season. Possibly have handouts from the Nature Conservancy pertaining to dogs disturbing the birds and see what happens. Did we get any of those?
Signage, no, we did talk to one of the wardens down there and stuff like that. She said she's going to pass it on and where, when, and again, they're worried about flyers being all over the place. Signage, again, where are we going to put it? Is our next issue.
Well, I think we talked about having a sign that could be moved from the
Yeah.
tide line.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be down on the other side of First Street.
And again, I think that's something that we need to get the Nature Conservancy in on also, because
Yeah.
that's going to be on their property and stuff like. We have talked to them once before about doing signs down there, and that we could move them the same way we moved the no swimming signs back and forth. But we haven't really heard back from them. So I will try to reach out to Jeannie again and see
All
what she
right,
thinks.
we'll carry that one forward as well, so you can have further communication with the Nature Conservancy, and maybe when you guys talk to them, also
That might be it.
bring that into the conversation. Anybody have anything else?
Just go back to that 1 second, because what I remember from the last meeting was that it was stated, and Carol corrected us, that the town ordinance is that dogs must be in control. And I thought that we had decided that we would have a leash law.
Yeah.
We don't have to enforce it, but it would help. I mean, I think it's a kind of a self-policing thing.
Yep.
There's a lot of.
Yeah.
Listed as Karens now. Down at the beach. So if there was a sign that said the dog has to be on a leash, then somebody who's complaining about a dog would have something to refer to.
Right, and I think that was in the minutes here. It didn't specifically say in the minutes that they needed to be on a leash. Maybe the minutes should be amended to reflect that. That's our recollection.
Ken, a quick question for you is, where do you want this sign to be?
I would have it up in the front in the shack.
Unfortunately, if you look, there's not too many places left to put a sign that people are going to be able to read it.
Maybe we could add it there as just like a.
I mean, we have a
Bullet.
sign to deal with the state regulation on no dogs during bathing hours. It says no dogs, which is enforced from basically 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But there's not a whole heck of a lot of places left to put a sign is what I'm worried about. I was like, getting a sign made up and then
The
it's.
thing is, at least if we have something there.
Yep.
It's not gonna say that we have to go out and be dragging people, but at least if they see it, some of the people will comply with it.
Yep. All right, so we'll do up a sign that basically says, dogs allowed, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
5 p.m.
And then, well, in the morning, that's when we get most of our
5 to 9
walkers.
in the morning.
5 to 9 in the morning, and then from 5 to 11 at night, but all must be on a leash.
Yeah, see if you can get something, look at it, Jimmy, and see if you can find something that will fit in there.
Right.
It was already covered on the last
And if we could just stick it on the same stanchion. We got the no dogs, stuff like that.
Do
Just
they
put
have room on the shack?
Well, that's what he was saying.
there's no room to put anything on the shack.
But we can get another one though.
Well,
John, on
We've
the
got
other side
we've got a
the
bunch of the
creek.
stanchions as they come into the beach that have the no alcohol, no glass, and we can just add to the dog sign that's there.
Yeah. All right, will you take care of getting
Sure.
the signs for that, Jim? And Cindy, I think that we should amend the minutes, because that was all of our recollection last time, that we require leashes. We should. It says better signage.
So basically, what we'll put is leash dogs only from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And then put down the bottom, no dogs, goose wing, no dogs at all allowed in goose wing.
And you'll put one of those stanchion signs on the other side of First Creek that you can move up and down.
Yeah, another no, put another no dog sign. In fact,
Yeah.
actually, what we do is replace the no dog sign we got at the front gate and move that one down to goose wing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put the more specific sign at the front gate on one of the stanchions there.
All right, so do we need to go back to the minutes? Donnie, you made that motion to accept the minutes.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to not accept the minutes until we revise the minutes. So the motion to revise the minutes would be to, under new business, to include the statement that dogs on the beach within the allowed hours must be on a leash.
At the same time, while we're at it, I noticed there was another word missing here. Cindy.
Since you're all on the prevailing side, you probably want to make a motion to reconsider your earlier vote and then table these sets of minutes until your next meeting so they can be amended and brought back to you as amended.
What she said. Yeah, what she said.
So I think then that would mean I would make a motion to table these minutes until the next meeting, which will give us a chance to amend minutes. Preparation.
She'll make a corrected version and bring it back for approval.
Correct.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Donnie Maderis, aye. Mike Pocarelli, aye. Joe Mayotto, aye. Motion passes. Anyone have anything else?
I believe we had correspondence from Cheryl Katie on upping the 25, saving the last 25 spots for residents.
Isn't that up to already?
That's up from 10, was what it used to be.
When did that correspondence?
I think that came to, I think it came in, I think Carol forwarded.
I think, Carol, is Cheryl on there? Can we let her speak?
She is on, yes.
Is she muted or?
She's unmuting herself now, I believe. Cheryl?
Hi, everybody.
Cheryl, do you want to talk about your communication?
Yeah, okay, I sent that a little bit ago. Thinking that when the governor increased the parking lot size from 50 to, I guess we're at 175, Jim?
75.
Okay. Anyway, when we're at 125, we had about 20% parking for town residents. And I'm thinking maybe now that it's gone up again, maybe we could increase that parking and keep that 20% ratio. So maybe we would go from 25 parking places up to 34 or 35. My reasoning being that a number of residents, no matter how early you get there, are still being turned away, especially if they're not right in that line and at that gate at 8 o'clock or before. I know we were there Sunday and we probably had to drive on the wrong side of the road to pass 30 cars at like 7:55. So just a thought.
Cheryl and the rest of the commission, just as a side note, some of the state beaches have pulled back now, and they're allowing less people in. But we made a decision to stay with what position that we were at, because in discussion with Jimmy, he felt that it was being handled well and everything was under control. So we did not pull back. We stayed at the higher number.
Right, and I understand that. I think she did that at Matunic and Scarborough last weekend because of the overcrowding.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just trying to find a way for more residents to have access. You know, I personally was up at 6 o'clock to get there for 7:30.
We have never shut the beach down this year before 8. So there's always been room. It's only residents and stuff and sticker holders allowed before 8 o'clock.
Right.
I'll give
and-
you an example.
and
Last Sunday, when we did close down, the next 78 cars that we allowed in were only residents.
Okay. I just want to be sure that residents are getting a good opportunity, Jim. I know somewhere I saw that we sold 275 or 280 season passes.
Okay, again,
Which-
one of the reasons for those season passes is that 2/3 of the population of Little Compton in the summertime are summer residents, which are not always regular residents. Renters.
Right, so they don't get the regular resident pass?
No, they don't. If they're not here for at least 6 months, they don't get it. They have to be here a year round and stuff like that. So a lot of the real estate agents asked us if we could do something with regard to that. We said, yes, we could sell them a season pass, and they had no problem.
That's a good thing for people to know, Jim.
More than half of those passes belong to summer residents.
Okay,
Also been made clear when the passes have been sold that they could be.
I'm sorry, Joe, I can't understand you.
I said that I think it's been made clear when the people have purchased those passes, it's been made clear that there are restrictions. And Jimmy has stated that they're still buying the passes, even though they know it's possible that they may not get in.
Right, but do the season pass holders, can they still go before the 8 o'clock time and the after 6 time?
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of a quandary because I do believe that if they are summer residents, they should have be able to do the same as year-round residents do. But I'm wondering how many of the passes may be like out-of-town non-resident passes.
There are some, majority of them are summer residents. And I
Okay,
can bring up the fact that we have never closed the parking lot after 5 o'clock or prior to 8 o'clock. So those are times that residents have specifically the beach just for them, and it has never been full this entire summer.
and I understand that, Jim. I just, I know everybody doesn't want to get up at 6 o'clock to be at the beach by 8. And I think the beach staff really deserve to be commended because they've done a wonderful job this summer with everything. But I'm just thinking going forward, the beach parking lot is going to get smaller and smaller. Parking is going to be more and more limited. And if this COVID thing doesn't go away, next year's going to be a bigger mess. And it's not just our beach, it's everywhere in Rhode Island, Tiverton, Middletown, they're all dealing with the same thing. But I would just like to find a way to make sure residents can really access that beach.
Again, like I said, they're given more opportunity than anyone else. Again, it's open till they're the only ones that can get in prior to 8 o'clock, and they're the only ones that can get in after 4 p.m.
Right.
And we have yet to close the beach prior to 8 or after 5.
Okay.
Before you move on, there's a message or question rather in the chat box. Jim, can you see that?
Let me see if I can get it up for you. from Judy Grogan. If you own a home here, you get a free pass even if you live here less than 6 months. Yes, if you own a home here, yes, you get if you're a taxpayer here, you get a beach pass.
Yes, okay.
So then I'm a little confused.
Anybody else?
Basically, Cheryl, I know it's confusing you. A lot of the summer residents down here are only here for like a month or just the summer. They're not here year round. They're not here over 6 months. The Beach Commission years ago set a policy forward that stickers would not be issued to anyone that wasn't here for at least 6 months a year.
So in regards to the last question though, she said, if you own a home here and you're only here for the summer, do you still get a sticker? And the answer was yes.
When the previous thing was renters that are renting here and stuff like
Oh,
that.
renters. Okay, thank you.
Large population in summer.
Yeah, if somebody owns property here, they're considered as a resident.
Yep.
The taxpayer. Okay. Anything else? Do we want to set the next meeting?
It'll be Wednesday, August 5th, because that's the first beginning of the week. Karen has the other appointment.
Okay.
So it'll be Wednesday, August 5th.
I can't do Wednesday, August 5th if the Agricultural Conservancy Trust is meeting, because their standard meeting is the first Wednesday of each month.
All right, so
Can you confirm that?
What would be the next best date, Carol?
But, pardon me?
What would be the next best date? Is there a meeting?
Well, if you have no problem with meeting on the Monday evening, I can do August 3rd, Monday. Otherwise, I have to go to the next week. Oh, yeah, I'd have to go to the next week.
All right, let's do August 3rd then.
Monday, August 3rd.
All right, so that would be Monday evening, August 3rd, and again at 7 p.m.?
Yes. Cindy, could you send out a message to the other members so that everybody knows?
Great.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Here a second.
Okay, Mike Fogarelli made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Donnie Materis. All in favor?
Aye.
Donnie Materis, aye. Mike Fogarelli, aye. Joe Mayotto, aye. Motion passes.
Done.
Adjourn at 7:33.